Hello, Potato, and welcome to part 2 of our build of LEGO Kit 10293, Santa's Visit, the 2021 addition to the Winter Village collection. It is 1,445 pieces, not huge, but not small, large enough to need a second video. So of course, in part 1, we built our lovely little light-up tree. Our parents, the child has not yet been found, it looks like she's going to be in the next bag. And the beginnings of their house, including a chimney that Santa can slide down, some living room, some kitchen. We obviously have a lot more to go. There's going to be like a dining room table here, a child's bedroom, and of course a roof, and Santa Claus himself. First part was fairly straightforward. Second part's going to have, looks like a lot of fiddly bits in it, a lot more of this kind of werewolf, Wolverine claw, a lot more cherries, a lot of stuff better suited for smaller hands than mine. But we're still going to get it built and get it done so we can get it into the Winter Village display and make it all fit in there somehow. So yeah, before we go any farther, just going to see it on the very first thing on the part of the next section here, we have some more words, and that is about this little cookie. The holiday cookie is based on an actual cookie the LEGO designer's mother makes every year, which she calls Melting Moments. There, now we don't need to go over that again when we get to it at the very, very end of the build. There it is. I'm sure we'll see it shortly. Yeah, if you watched the first part of this video, you already know anything else I could possibly have to say about the first part here, so I won't say anything more about it. We'll go over it all at the end. So yeah, no more talky talk. Let's get into the fast forward. All right, we are all done with LEGO Kit 10293, Santa's Visit from the Winter Village collection. And here it is, all finished up and all pretty looking. So first of all, let's look at all the little text in the books. First thing is about Santa Claus here. It says, this Santa minifigure has been overhauled for this set, including a new face and torso print and new dual molded boots that give him, for the first time, big black boots. I don't remember the other ones having just red legs, but I guess they must have if it says they do. So given that he is a new print, I guess he will have to replace the Santa Claus that came with the Santa's Workshop set. But, yeah, not a bad face. Of course, just like with the old Santa's Workshop, it comes with a spare beard, so if I have another character I want to give a white snowy beard to, I have another white snowy beard I can do that with. And of course he's got his hat and his sack. The sack particularly doesn't seem to have changed, but I can put him up here on the chimney for the moment to look at the rest of the things, because there's more text. There's a lot more text. Next is regarding this. This is the first time a deciduous tree has been included as part of the Winter Village set. Its leafless branches are covered in heavy snow, adding to the wintry feel. Probably better if I'd had that more centered on the screen, wouldn't it have? But you can still see it. It's got a little treehouse in it. It doesn't seem like it wants to seat all the way to the bottom. So you can see a little white there, but I guess we can just, put it at the side of the house when you put other things in front of it. Nobody will notice that. Another interesting bit, and I don't know if there's text about this, but that's BB-8. That is a BB-8 body minus the BB-8 graphics. Indeed, if I take the little cap off the chimney there, boom, I have albino BB-8. I thought that was interesting. Your mileage may vary. Santa can drop down the chimney, knock over the fire, and sail into the living room. Well, let's test that out. Put the fire back up, first of all. Not great that Santa's dropping down the chimney while the fire is lit. Well, Santa just lost his toys. Here they are. Hang on to those, Santa. You senile old coot. So, it shows him holding the bag down the chimney. So let's give it a try, shall we? Oh, let me change the camera a little bit lower, just so we can really get a view of that. There we go. I think it's a little better for our experiment here. Of course, we can see the inside of the house now, since I'm down this low. Might as well look at it. I feel like that particular shade of yellow is just very Lego to me. I don't know why. I just my mind sees that as Lego yellow. Then we have a little view of the child's room. Interesting fact: the child can't use the chair at the child's desk because the child, being a child's figure, does not have bendable legs. Yeah, here she is, by the way. And there's that melting moments, miracles cookie that I mentioned at the beginning of the video. There it is. Let's put her up in her room so she can witness Santa's arrival. Of course, she's the only one that has a bed in this house. I guess the parents just kind of sleep in the dining room. Maybe the table converts into a bed. I don't know. So let's take Santa and drop him into the raging fire. The way the roof's attached to all this, I think, is very interesting, but I also think it's going to be very delicate in moving around. I gotta make sure I'm picking up by the base or by the walls, because I feel like these roofs are going to come off very easily. Let's, no more delay. Let's put Santa down the chimney. Ready? Head first, Santa, head first. Yay! Of course, if you want to make it a gremlin set, you just make it so he gets stuck up in the chimney. And then that's the end of Old St. Nick. That's just kind of cute. Maybe I'll leave him that way. I mean, it makes sense. He could be the real Santa. And the Santa in the Winter Village by the Santa's Workshop could be a fake Santa just there for pictures. We'll see. We'll see when I put it all together. What else is there? In the event that Santa gets stuck in the chimney, the top of the chimney can be removed. I kind of thought that was intentional, because it did seem like that was built kind of the way like the roofs on, now you can't see because I've loaded the camera too much, kind of the way they build the roofs onto the different layers of the modular buildings, where there's just very few connection points, so it can pop off easily and pop back on easily. Any more words? Nope, no more words. That's all the words. So let's finish looking at this. So you've got the kids' bedroom, we got the dining room table with this lovely little centerpiece. We have another hidden present up here in the attic. I'm flipping back around on the outside. So the roofs are interestingly attached. I haven't put together a kit that puts the roofs on quite like this. They're all on hinges. I don't know if maybe that's supposed to make it easier to like play in here a little bit, because you can certainly see into it better now. Or if it's just that they thought that was a neat way of attaching the roofs. Because it certainly is a unique way of attaching the roofs. I don't think I've ever had a kit that put roofs on like that. Of course, you can't take them off out here because this interferes with it, but you can kind of... I guess you kind of could lift that up. No, you can't. Never mind. Forget I said anything. I was wrong and stupid. Oh, and I didn't have that attached properly to begin with. Now I do. That does look better. Up here, of course, like every house, we do have the special flame compartment. The window that only opens up just to put an eternal flame into it so that you will forever have your house lit and waste natural gas. Let's put you facing this way. And it's the outside. Of course, got all of our little, I guess, pine boughs these are supposed to be. I really thought this wasn't going to look that great. I mean, it looks good on the picture, but I thought it wouldn't look that great. But I think it looks pretty good. This part kind of bothers me because you can see that indent there. And you can't on the box. So you can't... It feels like the roof is a little bit lower than it should be, but I'm not sure if that's just because the camera from the picture is at so much of a lower angle that it may just look like that's wrong, just because of how low an angle they shot the box art. Let's put Mom up here like she is on the box. Why not? Although there's no place for her to stick that way, so I'll put her a little differently so she won't fall off when I move it. I put Dad up here by the mailbox, where he's just received a bill. That's not laughter on his face. He's screaming because he saw how much money it costs in gas to keep that little light lit all the time. And of course, our tree, which is for some reason outside. I guess you could put, could you put that inside? I don't think it would fit. I mean, a lot of these sets do have, there's no place to put the tree. I guess you could just kind of put it here and pretend the house extends this way. I mean, there must be more to this house, right? There has to be a bathroom. There has to be the bedroom for the parents. There's more to it than we're getting here. We're just kind of getting the front section, like the facade, like it's a movie set. And the toys, I don't know, the toys will probably end up just going in Santa's workshop area because there's no place in here to put them. I mean, there's no toys allowed at the table, so I don't know. But yeah, overall, I'm very pleased with this year's addition to the set. I love the way this like central support is too. I thought there's like a lot of advances. There's a lot of stuff in this kit that I've never seen before. The way the roof beams work, which because this is the first time I think I've had a set that has a building that isn't like at a 90-degree angle. It doesn't have a flat front. We have, I mean, I guess I could put it in the village this way and have it still be kind of 90-degree, but clearly it's meant to sit at this lengthened angle, this diagonal. And I don't have any kits like that. So the way they've handled the putting on the roof is interesting. Lots of these little bread loaf pieces to line the rooftop. Overall, very pleasing. More of these pearlescent lights. I wonder if we'll be seeing more of that in new sets from now on, because those are kind of neat. They just kind of feel like they reflect. They don't glow or anything, but they look more special than say what they would put in the older kits, which would be just like a yellow piece there, or maybe even just a clear white piece. Or rather, a clear piece, because clear white wouldn't be clear. Anyways, very satisfied with it. I do like it. I'm glad we had this return to something a little more mundane, a little less magical, a little less fantasy. Something that fits into just the normal part of the Winter Village. And of course, this isn't the only addition to the Winter Village this year. We've got the sleigh, which I believe I released this last week's video. Next week will be the Home Alone house. Yes, I did pick that up back in November, and that is going to be next week. And that's that's like 4 times almost the size of this kit. That's going to be a huge kit. So I hope you'll come back next week for that. I hope you found this video all interesting or entertaining. If you did, please give this video a like. Make sure you are subscribed to the channel, and I'll see you in the next video.